the lifted van market. For a while, I was able to make a video about this topic at least once a week. I was finding affordable lifted vans for sale, at least one or two a week, sometimes even three, on Facebook Marketplace or Craigslist. What's my definition of affordable? About $15,000. I've had my current van build for about 3 years now. I have $13,000 into it so far, and I plan on having it complete by the October van meet, rear locker, and once that's in, about 15 grand into my van. So no matter where you are in life, most people should be able to afford $15,000. I'm just a blue collar guy, manual labor. So 15 grand, you could get yourself a nice road trip, camping, overland rig. This one right here, I talked about it 2 months ago, $45,000. That's not very cheap. But I wanted to talk about it because I call something like this a point of no return build, $45,000. So when I find lifted vans for sale, I like to save it in my favorites folder. So I was cleaning out my favorites folder, and I found this van again in my favorites, and it did sell, not for $45,000. So this van is a Sportsmobile clone. Has the pop top, aluminous bumpers, front and rear aluminous ladder, Well-Tech lift kit, not a 4x4 conversion, solar. So it's a well done van. So it did sell. Leave it in the comments. Pause this video right now and leave it in the comments. What do you think this sold for? Didn't sell for 45. Leave it in the comments what you think it sold for. Okay, so here it is again, 45, and it sold for $33,000, 12 grand short of what this seller wanted. So looking at it, it's well done. It's 137,000 miles, not bad. 4.7, probably meant 4.6. That's what these came with. The small V8 on this one. There's the 4.6, 5.4, 6.8 V10, 6.0 diesel, or the 7.3 that's had the 4.6. So it's well done. It has all the Sportsmobile stuff on it, ARB awning, Well-Tech lift kit, 5-inch lift. Well done inside. Very nice van. So my theory is, so here's how I look at lifted vans for sale. For 20 grand, I would get four-wheel drive. If your budget's 20, I would look for a four-wheel drive van. Instead of converting one, just buy one straight up. For 20 grand, you could find one with 200,000 plus miles, maybe 250,000 miles. A lot of miles if you want a van that's already four-wheel drive. So if you spend 25 to 30 grand and more, the more money you spend, the less miles you could find on a 4x4 conversion van. But the reason why I think this one sold for 33 grand, that's not cheap, but I think it sold for this much because I'm pretty sure the buyer just wanted a van that looked like this, has all the good stuff on it. The buyer probably didn't care about four-wheel drive. This has an ARB locker. This van has all the good stuff on it. So the $45,000 asking price is what this person put into this van, and this person lost about 12 grand. So to me, this was a keeper. I mean, when my van's all complete, I have zero intentions of selling it, and I only have 15 grand into my van. I avoided the aluminous stuff. I don't have any aluminous stuff on my van. This adds up. So let's take a look at how this person prices. I understand where the $45,000 came from. So here's a similar van. This one has 200,000 miles on it. I was looking at the ad. So so this one's 10. So let's say 10 grand for the van. So you look at the pop top, $13,000 for that pop top. So there it is right there. And then there you go. E-Series, regular body, 13 grand. Doesn't matter if you have the regular body or the extended body. It's 13 grand for that pop top. Not cheap. And then the Well-Tech lift, 4684. Again, not cheap. but not a 4x4 conversion. 4x4 conversion's about 15 grand, you know, just parts only. So pricey lift. And then I added all the aluminum stuff that this person has, and it came out to almost 8 grand. ARB locker installed. When I was at Weldtech, they quoted me at 4 grand for an ARB locker, and that's not including tires, bigger, or that's not including rims and bigger tires. So yeah, about 45 grand. That's why this person wanted 45. They didn't want to lose any money on their build. And if this sold for 33 and not less, then yeah, they lost about 12, maybe even more. So yeah, point of no return build is what I call it. Like I said, I avoided all the big bucks. The most expensive thing I have on my van is my lift kit, the rear locker, rear gear. That's going to be about 3 grand. But my big expense, that's like almost $8,000 into a my van cost me $6,800 out the door, so I'll have about 8 grand into the lift and the rear locker. But still, my van, you know, with everything else I added on it, it's still about 15. So yeah, I avoided these really expensive aluminum stuff to keep my build at about 15 grand. So I saw this for sale. This person, when I search for vans, I always search lifted vans. This person did not advertise this as a lifted van, but I did see it recommended to me, and I noticed the lift right away. So I clicked on it. 18 grand. Offer this person 15. 91,000 miles. Low miles. These vans, it's hard to find these vans now with under 100,000 miles. I found mine before the Panda with 104,000 miles and bought it for 6,800 out the door. But this looks like an action van suspension lift kit. It has the full length roof rack, so there's a deck up there. That's really nice. I do like the deck up there. I mean, that's cool to be able to hang out on top of your van. And this is a clean one. So this is potentially a good buy right here. Yeah, I saw the radius arm. So yeah, it's most likely an action van. Where is it? Yeah, see, I don't see a tubed radius arm, so that looks like the action van base kit on this. And then I shared this the other day. Not many lifted vans for sale anymore, but here's one with a 3-inch lift for 11,000. This might be a good deal. If this is just not a spacer kit, spacers are only $100, and then, you know, if you could install it yourself, $100. If you have someone else install it, they'll probably charge you $200 or $300 to get it installed. But if this is a Weldtech 3-inch lift, this van's actually a really good deal for 11 grand, because the Weldtech 3-inch lift is about 2 grand, about $3,000 installed. So this would be really nice if it was the Weldtech 3-inch lift on here. If it's just a spacer, talk this down to like 8 grand. So this one's a nice one too. But yeah, there's just not many lifted vans for sale anymore. But let's take a quick look at this one. This one's not a camper van yet. It's still a passenger van. Nice rims on it. Tow hitch. It has the good stuff on it. Clean interior. I do like how clean the interior is. Most people are going to take most of these seats out. Flip down monitor. So yeah, that's it. Not many lifted vans for sale. Not many affordable lifted vans for sale anymore. So there it is.